Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the thumb that made you want to click on this video. This is Table Talk, the show where we talk about things that you submit to us via the hashtag Table Talk. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Philip Franco.
I'm Elliot Morgan. Here we go. First topic. Whoa! Quick. From Devin Frey at Awkwardite. Hello, beautiful people. Talk about the hot air balloon accidents, your experience with balloons, etc. Y'all
grab the bowl if you want to move on.
Is depressing. Have you guys ever been on a hot air balloon?
No, I've always wanted to though.
Yeah, but so did you see the video?
The video is frightening.
It was in Egypt?
Yeah.
I believe
Did
so.
it crash?
It more than crashed.
Yeah. So
Tell me the tale.
So I haven't seen the update, but what I saw, it was like 21 people were in the balloon. There was a fire. There was a hole in the balloon, and then you just see. It's terrifying because there's a video from another balloon of it actually going down.
It was a hot air balloon festival.
Yeah.
So you see like this beautiful hot air balloon,
and then you see all of a sudden there's a fire, and then
the fire's in the basket, and it takes forever for the basket and the balloon to fall. So it's like, it
so are
seems
people
like
getting
it's
burned
forever.
alive?
Yes,
cool.
21 people in a basket, and the basket's on fire.
2 people jumped out, from what I understand, was the equivalent of possibly 7. I know this is making you uncomfortable. Of about several stories, and 2 of them survived. One was the pilot, and then another was a tourist. I don't know what their situation is now. I've been in a hot air balloon, and I have to say there's something beautiful, but just something creepy about it. Because same thing as like I've been in a plane that doesn't have an engine. They tow you up, and then it's like you glide. Yeah, and it's like, and they're talking to you about the heat and how whatever.
Science.
But the lack of sound is what freaks me out.
It's just silent.
Yeah, like when I'm on a plane, I have no problem with a loud ass engine because I'm like, that's the thing.
That
keeping
means
me
it's
in the air.
working.
Yeah. Hot air balloons are the only thing that, like, if I'm driving along and I see like a fleet of them in the sky, I react the same way as if it was like some sort of natural phenomenon where I'm like, it's beautiful.
Yeah. That being said, I did it in Arizona. It was nice. Honestly, unless I was gonna pay the guy bring me up so I could like skydive out of it, I don't really need to anymore.
You got the one.
It's a once in a lifetime thing. You go up there, you present a gift because you're doing it for some kind of anniversary or something.
It was just for February 14th. I was up there.
Yeah, but now I mean they've literally said, because it is, and there's not a lot of hot air balloon disasters. They're like, this is the worst hot air balloon. It was hell. It was literally a moment of hell in the sky.
Yeah. That sounds horrible. Yep. I'm not going to be Googling that.
Oh my God, the hypocrisy of extreme feminism. Really? 3 dudes talking about that?
Don't even get us started.
No, we were talking about this in the room. The ladies are at different levels of how serious they take their feminism.
Oh, you were literally just talking about this. Okay.
Yeah.
I was out of the room not listening.
Well, I talked about it, I want to say on the PDS, as far as there's this new advertising, right? That Asian girls put stickers on their thighs
for advertising.
And some feminists didn't like that, and the reason wasn't because it was a woman doing what she wanted with her body. It was a woman turning herself into an object.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like a billboard.
What are your stances on it? Do you think that something like a woman making that choice for herself? I'm just going to go that one specifically because it is such a broad topic. A woman putting that on herself, her making a choice to do that.
Same thing as modeling. Same. In my mind, you are creating or hawking a product, be it yourself or somebody else's product. You're getting paid to do something. You're not getting forced to do something.
Right.
You're getting paid. You're making the active choice to do it. Do I think it's kind of gross and weird? Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Whatever. Would I give my body up if somebody was like, here's a couple $100,000 to hawk our product?
I forget what they
put
paid.
it on my chest.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like, I feel mostly the same way because I feel like anytime, it's not just with the thigh thing. Anytime you put on clothing, you're advertising. I'm advertising crap. We're constantly advertising things with our bodies. The fact that it's on the thigh, there's still those like super short Daisy Duke shorts that are like from Victoria's Secret or whatever that say love or whatever it is.
Right.
Everybody knows when you see it's Victoria's Secret, and it's like you're going to be looking at the butt to see that advertisement and go from there. So where the feminists start freaking out about that, they're freaking out about
some. I mean, I hate just throwing out a blanket statement like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'd love to know if you guys actually think that, because it's a woman making her own choice, but does that choice hurt other women kind of from it? I don't know. I think people act like progress is this constant like linear thing, like it's like this slope, and it's like we're getting more and more progressive, and then it's like a step back and a step forward. And I don't think that. I think there's like it's constantly branching. Like people are making like headway in other areas, and if they decide to do something like that, then there's like sexual empowerment that happens.
No matter every choice is going to benefit and not benefit some people. Like,
not everything is like A plus B equals C.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that's right math.
The main point, typical white guys hate all women.
Yeah, true.
That's what we
were
learned.
saying.
That's
That's what we were saying. We'll have to like resubmit that question with the ladies in here sometime. See how they feel.
All right, Samantha Morrison at SammySam18 says, discuss the flaws of the education system. Hashtag
We're getting
table
some
time.
heavy ones here. Good lord.
Okay.
I like that it went from like, what's your favorite 90s cartoon to talk about feminism and education.
Death,
No, and I think it's all good. I mean, wait, so you were raised in Florida.
I was,
right? So you know how fucking horrid that school system is.
Yeah.
I moved there, I was like 2 years ahead.
Like, some people, they just took the FCAT in Florida recently, and people were tweeting at me, and I felt genuine sadness, like true pity. Like,
the standards are so low
that.
across the board in the public education system. And it's not just the education system, it's where we expect our kids to be. It's the standards that we make for them even outside of the public education system. When I put my daughter into kindergarten, we did a lot of searching around because a lot of the schools around here were like, all right, by the end of the year, your daughter's gonna know how to identify 10 words. And I'm like, what? What? We're not putting her in there. It's nuts. It's so
10
low
words
across.
What were the 10 words? Like just all articles? And like
she'll know her name.
Pronouns.
No, Twitter.
And hashtag.
I think it starts. I mean, we got to revamp the whole thing, of course, but a lot of, like I said, a lot of it is the standards that we're creating for ourselves. It's a social standard as opposed to an educational standard. We need to expect more out of humans, people, just our country across the board.
Right.
Well, when I was reading Outliers and then several articles that went with it, it was talking about one of the reasons why the American school system is kind of rough, and you see such a big gap between lower income families and rich families is that time, like summer vacations, winter break, those kids that have more money are put into programs that keep them active in that mindset. So, because the whole, from what I understand this is coming from the guy that said China had samurais yesterday.
I would have believed it.
I would have believed it. Typical white guy.
Went to Florida.
No, but so like the whole summer break system, which I've asked on Twitter, I was like, would you take a smaller summer break?
Like 2 week breaks throughout the whole year, right?
Right. Like, would you do that so that it's more of a constant learning experience, but you don't get such a massive break? Or no, you like it the way it is, and everyone was like, no, I like it. I need that break, and that's based off of, I think, farming families eating their kids during like really
harvest.
important time. Yeah, during harvest.
Yeah, okay, that's
so
cool.
and so that we've just kept it. I mean, that's not even going into certain bad teachers and certain like bad states.
And I think another thing too, on the note of like the programs, I lucked out because I went to an arts high school, and like in art schools they like paired it with classes that are a little bit harder because you had to make up for like credits you were losing because you weren't learning anything in the art class. But a lot of what they focused on, at least my experience in high school, was like, don't do drugs, don't have sex, don't, like everything was don't, and they never fostered like this like, hey, try to achieve something. It was never like pro. It was always anti. And I think kids grow up and it's like if my schooling experience had spent more time like trying to foster what I wanted to do and less time trying to save me from everything, because I was a pretty good kid. I wasn't like doing anything, so it
you
was
only
just
murdered
a
a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. I killed cats. That's it.
What I'm really interested in, are you scared for your daughter to go to school here?
I'm terrified of her growing up in general.
Right.
And it's not even like an in California thing. It's we live in a world of this like social media, and school never ends. Like when I was in school and you were in school, bullying, all that stuff, which didn't happen where I went to school, but all that culture, school culture, ended at 3 when the bell rang, unless you were doing an extracurricular activity or something. Now, it's 24 hours. These kids go home from school and they're looking on the Twitter, like the social
medias are out of 2 right now.
The social hierarchy continues when you go home.
Yeah, you're like a professional. You can become a professional asshole. Like the kids can go up to that next level.
2 points before we move on real quick. One, that we forget about children, and I think people in general, we want to learn. Kids want to learn.
Yeah.
They're sponges, and if you just put them in an environment where you make it awesome and fun, they're going to do it, and they're going to pick it up. You challenge them, and they will be 100 times better than you could even imagine.
Especially if you find something they actually want to learn.
So point 2, it's going to take up just another moment. A story that I almost covered today was this school, I think it was over on the East Coast. They allowed the kids to create their curriculum for a semester. The kids got to choose what they wanted. They taught each other and everything, and apparently it was a
They all
freaking
died.
success.
They all ate each other.
No, it was a
but it was out of a basket of
No,
possibilities.
the kids came up with it all, and then they just they ran them in front of their teachers, and the teachers approved them, and then the kids apparently it was amazing.
I want to see the
kids
ones
were
that were
learning what
denied.
they wanted to learn.
I want to see like the curriculum that was denied. They're like, no,
Yeah.
seriously, no.
I mean,
The Chinese samurai.
challenge your kids. Teachers need to challenge themselves, and the school systems need to be challenged.
All right, last one.
All right, last one, real quick.
We always say real quick, and
we'll
it's like an
lightning
8-minute
round with
question.
ones. Okay. Thoughts on Google Glass? Would you use one? Why or why not?
No, next.
No, done. Yeah, yes, a million times.
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
We're all gonna die if we're allowed to drive with those things, right? Like,
I did see
like it's the end of society.
Well, I saw an awesome picture. Well, that's interesting. Will you be able to drive with it? I saw a picture where it was like 30 years from now, what a baby looks like, and it like through evolution, its eye is automatically looking up to the top right corner.
That's like a dirt face.
The dirt face.
That's an easy question. I think we're all interested in trying it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have point of view porn, fantastic. But I want it specifically for vlogging. I saw this other thing today that I'm probably not going to cover on my show. It's called a Me Cam. It was just mentioned at this conference. It's a $50 quadricopter.
Okay.
It's like this size.
It does not just follow you around.
It follows you around, takes video, it takes picture on voice command. So it's essentially
For $50?
That's what I think that's what their target is. I don't know how much it actually costs.
Wait.
But I mean, the hobby is like quadricopter, like and like it's amazing.
So hold on. We live in a world right now where somebody's willing to buy something, a device to follow them around and film them.
I like that you're like the concept of narcissism is
This
like,
is
wait,
foreign
what
to
is
me.
this?
Well, hold up, Ellie. You're not. You're a vlogger. They're gonna afraid to
I
walk
fart
around
on the vlog.
and vlog like this. All it does
I also
is allow
like
you to
keep
have
it
the
contained.
freedom.
That would freak me out.
Imagine like thousands of
Or
people
can you imagine
passing
seeing
each
somebody
other.
somebody else like walking, or somebody else walking past and seeing like a little freaking helicopter?
Do you have to
following them?
control it, or is it like you wear something and it just knows where you are, and it's like always 2 feet?
Well, so I've only seen a bit of it. I wonder if it does stay with you, or if it's like you literally like pick out the pocket and you're like,
If it
anyways.
sees something more interesting,
Then it's just a tripod.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
worst.
It just starts paying attention to like hot girls passing.
Yeah, you're just having a bad day. Your parents disowned you. Your girlfriend broke up.
That's
You
a
lost
bad
your
day.
job. You're like, I'm just gonna vlog about it, and it just leaves you.
But it made me go like, okay, I think that isn't the next step. That's the step that makes me go, I hate it. Because we've all talked about this point where it reaches like too much. Like when do we share too much? When does it just cross the line? And I'm a selfie taken Instagrammer, right? So I like taking pictures.
And even
of-
you were like, whoa.
No, but even I'm like, that's too much, guy. That's too. I don't know, because like
The real guy out
I think it brings up that like weird wet dream of every narcissist that like you could for $50 you could make yourself like a reality show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
And people will. And there will be two people in all of them that are worth watching.
But main thing with Google Glass, I missed out on. I put it on my show that people could get Google Glass, and then
you didn't do
completely
it?
forgot to do it.
Ah, man.
Completely forgot to do it. But I think they also said that more test models are going to come out later in the year.
We should do that. We will do that.
We will do that. We're gonna get all sorts of weird videos.
Seriously though, there'll have to be legislation because if you're driving around and literally you can go like that and see a movie playing.
Right. Oh, well, I don't think it's going to be that because a lot of the new stuff that they've tested, it's like really just like digits, stuff like that. I think, I don't know, I think that it could be helpful, but I think the bigger thing is going to be, we know that it's going to happen. It might not come out this year. The iWatch, or what, I don't know if that's what they're going to call it.
Yeah.
That's really cool because when I try and do it on like the Nano, I was like, that's a great concept. And I got the little band and you wrap it and then it sucks. It just sucks.
We're this close to Minority Report, you guys. We're so close.
Wait, how are we that close to Minority
so
Report?
close.
You go from Google Glass to fucking predicting
To a helicopter
the future?
following you.
Did you not read the story on precogs? They're a thing.
They're a thing. That's it. I don't know.
You have the title and everything.
I don't know. I think that's it for this this table talk. Remember to keep submitting your topics, your questions, your blah 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 using the hashtag table talk. Leave comments here about how Elliot's face is awesome and
Thank
Joe
you.
is
Beard.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite comments.
A bitch?
I'll reply.
No one says Joe is a bitch.
Promise.
But hey, I've been Philip DeFranco.
I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Elliot Morgan.
Blah.
Bye.